Alright, shalom, Salakia, the video did cut. My phone did actually just come off, Satan doing the work at the same time. So I'll continue it off, and I'll do it like part 1 and part 2. Right, so there's the Lord, as I was saying, there's the Lord movie. The Lord is in control of everything. The Lord set them up. That is it, He set them up. Right, but the Lord is in control. Right, but still care for that what happened there with the little cut. Right, I'll play part 1 and part 2. So the spirit was real going that I didn't even realize. But we'll continue because the spirit's still going. Right, so the Lord is in control of them. The Lord is in control of the king's heart. Right, the Lord is in control of everything. Right, so let's go back to the message now. Satan, you do your work, Satan, do your work. Right, there you see Psalms. Psalms 91. The book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 3, it says, "Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence." And where's the noisome pestilence? The missiles, noisome. Because when it come down, it can go boom. So when it touch down, it can go boom. Place gonna start to shake up. Wow. Hey, the day of the Lord gonna be a serious day. When you really sit down and think about it, don't go too deep. But the day of the Lord gonna be a serious thing. Right? Hey, that is not that. Wow. We gonna be happy for the day of the Lord, innit? Yes, but we're gonna be trembling at the same time. Right? Because you don't know if it's a part of the Lord's elect. That's why you always say hopeful elect. Because we do not know if we are part of the Lord's number. So that's why we happy for the day of the Lord. Because we've been waiting for that day. Hastening that day. Right? But at the same time, we're trembling. Fear. We get fear and we're trembling because we don't know if we're going to be saved. But we hopefully going to be saved. Hopefully we're going to be a part of the Lord's elect. Right? And that can be the day of the Lord can be a yappa day, for us, Well, for the who can be saved, for the hopefully elect. Because not everybody gonna be saved. Right? It's the 144, the elect, the remnant. Right? But for the heathens, that not that me an idea, because when the day of the Lord come, they're gonna go into the bunkers and go into the cliffs of the rock and hide them. They're gonna say, "Hide us from him that sitteth upon the throne." Hey, that is real serious aura. And if you don't know what his aura is, if you know, you know. That is a serious aura. Right? That is a person with a person that is fair day. That is fair day. That is the fear we're talking about, because that was gonna say before. Right? The fear of the Lord at a certain point. Where they go touch us, they will do us wherever they want. Right? They could. The Lord, they're touching the apple of the Lord's eye. But the Lord can fuck them up for that. And then, when the Lord reach, they can say, "Hide us from him that sitteth upon the throne." That is some fear right there. They say, "Hide us from him." They can tell the rocks that, Hey, bury us, crush us, mash us up. Hide us from him that sitteth upon the throne. Because they know the judgment coming. Hey, that's what the scripture says. He's wiser than Daniel. So them know all the precepts. That's why they put it in hidden quotes and hidden parts in the movies. Them know all the scriptures. That's why that scriptures in movies and things. Because them know it. Not wiser than Daniel. Them know the scriptures. So them know the judgment coming. They know it. I cannot say sorry for them either, mice. I rebuke that spirit. Because them do way too much. What them gonna get? They deserve it. So you cannot say sorry for them either, mice. You cannot say I'm feeling sorry for them. No. Them deserve that. Them that is for them. Right? No, do you hear this shit just say? Come on, we had to bring this one. 2 Peter 3 and 10. The elements Alright, it says 2 Peter 3 and verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. The Lord can come as a thief, you're not gonna know when he come. That's why we say, don't let the Lord come and catch you with your pants down. He catch you, you ain't even know when he come. Right? So he coming as a thief in the night. Right? In the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Why? Because of the missiles. That is why. That is why the heavens can pass away with a great noise. Because of the missiles, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Right? So the elements gonna melt with fervent heat. Right? Right, so like, can I show you so that? So the elements gonna melt with fervent heat. Right? The day of the Lord gonna be a serious day. Right? Imagine that the element can start melting. The elements in the earth, everything. Right? The water, the fire, everything can melt with fervent heat. You don't wanna be in that. Right? And imagine the gonna be in that. And your flesh gonna be burning. You're just gonna be burning for a whole hour. Lord gonna preserve your soul. Boy, that's why I have to fear the Lord and hope you are part of the Lord's elect. You don't wanna be in that fire. Trust. Trust, my brother. You don't wanna be in that. Alright, let me go to the book of Malachi full moon. We always had to go to that Malachi. Book of Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, For behold the day of the Salah. For behold the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. We could stop right here and start to explain. Because behold the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. When you light an oven on fire and you turn to the highest, it's burning, you know. That real burning. Even if you touch your handle to open it, that is feel a little heat from that. Burn as an oven. Right? And all the proud, who is the proud? Esau, all them Elams, all of them. All them Chinese, the proud of the earth, Moab, all of them. Yeah, and all that do wickedly, all the people that doing wickedness daily. This man doing this man wife that. This man committing adultery, this man homosexual, this man lesbian, so like this woman lesbian. You know, everything, all of them, all that do wickedly can be in that fire. Right? Shall be stubble. So it's saying all of them, right? The proud, you know, and the wickedly, all the people that are doing wickedness shall be stubble for the day of the Lord. All of them gonna be stubble, chaff. You know, when you have dry grass and you dry grass and that catch a little you light a little fire that can burn up, that can turn into a big shutter fire. If you have a big heap of grass, like let me say a good size of grass, a good size of heap of grass, right? Dry grass, right? And you heap that up and you put a little fire to burn here. That can catch up the whole thing and that can burn up, chaff, right? And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Why? Why no root no branch? Because it had none for them to. Everything can be burned up, none for them to hold on to hide on to. You know, everything. The can't go in no bunkers and hide nothing. All of that. Right? All of that. Right? Hey. Boy, the day of the Lord is not a day to play around, you know. But them people who learn it through pain. That true pain, don't learn it, right? And what is when the day of the Lord come with his what God that was God say so like I get lost some words again. When it say the it shall burn as a oven. Why God burn as a oven? Because of the ICBM missiles. That is why God burn us on oven. Because of the ICBM missiles. So hey, if the Lord is not a day to play around, you know. But hey, them, you know, them hardened, stiff neck and hearted people. They wanna hear what we had to say, right? Now we can go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 50. And verse 25. It says, and the Lord had opened his armory. An armory is when you have something, a big load of guns. Right, like let me say we have this room and it's just full, you know, an armory of weapons, you know, right, and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Right, the Chaldeans, hey, in the land of the Chaldeans. America. Hey, them gonna get it, you know. These people don't understand. America, all of them gonna get it, you know. Because all of them coming as one to fight against the Lord Yahweh. And they're gonna lose, obviously, because them can't go against the Lord, but they still believe that they could fight against the Lord. Right? So they're gonna fight against the Lord. Right now the war, you know, but they're gonna come together and fight against the Lord. Right? But hey, they're gonna get lost. They're gonna get put with sadness on their face because they're going to lost. They're gonna win that. So yeah. The Lord coming with his armory, the weapons of his indignation. This is the work of the Lord in the land of the Chaldeans. So them gonna get it. America and them gonna get it. Right? Isaiah chapter 30, you know. No, slack, Isaiah 30 and verse Isaiah 30 and verse 27. It says, Isaiah 30 and verse 27, behold, the name of the Lord cometh from far, burning with his anger, because he was angry with the people for touching his people, and you know, for defile of the youth. Pride, all that. The Lord is angry with them, right? And the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation. His tongue as a devouring fire. You don't come with a far country, therefore the burden is heavy. His lips are full of fire. Full of indignation. The indignation is the missiles. Very simple, you know, but them just skip past these scriptures. Them go into the scriptures where it say peace and love and all of that, and where it say them skipping the scriptures. Them skipping the scriptures where it say like Matthew. Let's check real quick. Yeah, skipping these kind of scriptures, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Right? All these are the beginnings of sorrow. Right? I'm skipping all this. Right? It had one lesson. Right? So them skipping back all these scriptures, it going into the wars and all them things, them looking for the scriptures which say Jesus is a Babylon, Jesus is one love and all of that. Hey, the Lord Yahweh is love. Lord Yahweh is a very kind and merciful power, you know? But at the same time, the Lord is a man of war. How the scripture say? Exodus 15 and 3. Just check, verify. Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. Lord Yahweh is his name. So the Lord is a kind of merciful power, you know, but he's a power of judgment. You know? But them don't teach that. Them don't teach Jesus does missiles and coming to destroy the whole land and thing. Them not teaching that. Them skipping past them scriptures. You know? Them real skipping scriptures. But you know? Hey, I wonder how you go say when you bring it to them. Right, when you bring it to them and say, so Jesus come with missiles to destroy you, whole land, and which land you gonna destroy? I will hear answer for that. What I'm gonna say for that? You know, because there's always a sum up the sleeve in it to say it. I know the fact it's wrong, we know that. Right? But anyways, die them. But we refrain from the lesson. Alright, let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 34 and verse 2, it says, For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So the Lord had delivered them, bringing them to the slaughter. Right? For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. All of them gonna get. All them nations, because all of them had a part to play in our ruling. Them rulers and all of them had a part to play. Who had not gotten of our spoils? 2 Maccabees 2 and 10. Who had not spoiled us? All of them had. Right? So hey, all them nations are gay. Right? They have to gay. Right? Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 10. Jeremiah 10 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord is no salap. But the Lord, Yahweh Shemeshai, is the true power. He is the living power, an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and everybody in it, even the elect can tremble, because the hopeful elect. Well, the elect, you could say that, because them is the elect. Even the elect can tremble. Right, because them don't know if they're going to be saved. That's why they say hopefully, like, hopefully they're hoping to be a part of the Lord's elect. Right? And the nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. Them not going to be able to abide his indignation. Them nations and them, nah. I'm not going to abide that. Right? I'm not going to be able to stand before that. Without putting the spirit inside all of that. So them not going to be able to stand before that and feel they could do anything. Them going to get. Hey, them going to get, boy. These nations, boy. Who are deceived all that, boy. Feeling all they could come against the Lord and do some. Can't do nothing. Read this already. Right. Nahum chapter 1. Nahum 1 and verse 6. Look at Nahum chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, who can stand before his indignation? Who? Nobody can stand before his indignation. Right? And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? No one. His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Nothing could go in the Lord's way when he comes. Right? Them gonna get the judgment that is written for them. Oh, them gonna get it. Right? Hebrews, I think no. Carry this one here. This is the closer, but I just checking some guys. Hebrews. So, get. Right, Hebrews 10 and 27, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fury indignation which shall devour the adversaries. And who is the adversaries? Right? Who's the adversaries? The adversaries is Esau and them. That's why I say, when you say repaying judgment to Esau and them, repaying, I did that video, the brother Kowalwa, repaying back judgment, recompensing tribulation unto them that trouble us. Pay back to Edom, and them nations. We say all they that devour, he shall be devoured. And then have a scripture say, come and put down the adversaries. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? So them with the indignation and devour the adversaries. Right? Sirach 36. Book of Sirach 36 and verse 7, it says, raise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. There's the same piece I was talking about. Take away, pour out raise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary. Who's the adversary? Esau and them. And destroy the enemy. Esau and them, destroy them. Right? And they're my favorite precept we can close with here. One of my favorites. Can't say it is my favorite. Hebrews 10 and verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And these Edomites and them, all of them, can fall into the hands of the living power, which is Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. Right? They can get judged by him. Right? So I hope this lesson was edifying to the Lord's elect. Giving all praises, all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the brothers on the four corners of the earth, teaching this good gospel, no sincerity and in truth. This brother Yeramiah here, sign out saying Shalom to the elect, and Shalom, Labakariam, and death to this wicked place. Shalom to the elect.